Hey Aaron, I just wanted to shoot you this quick little video. I just wanted to go over some of the numbers and pretty much just how I generate leads in general. I'm gonna try to keep this short and quick because I'm not trying to waste your time. Without the way, let's get right into things. So I'm sure that you're curious on how I actually generate leads and get customers. So to start off, the way it kind of works is the whole system is like the game of Monopoly. You know, in Monopoly, there's all these properties that you're trying to own, like Boardwalk and Park Place. And the goal of Monopoly, by most people, to win the game is to have as many properties as possible. Now, why? Because the more properties you have, the higher chance somebody has to land on your property. And it's kind of the same thing here with Google. So in Google, we're trying to own as much digital property. They get the highest chance of somebody searching to click on our website and to call our number or submit a lead form. So it's pretty much the same thing. Same thing. So we see right here. I searched concrete Kingsport, Tennessee, because that's pretty much the main search term that people will search up for who need concrete services, most likely stamping or driveways or patios and stuff like that. So the three we got is these three right here. These are all Google My Business listings. So people can go, they can create a Google My Business listing. I'm sure you have one. That's where I saw your business. And these are the first three things that show. Then after that, there's 10 websites down here that show, right? So it goes the Google My Business listings, the three, and then 10 websites. So simple math tells us that there's 13 possible spots on the first page. So there's 13 spots that we can get on that will give us the highest chance of getting that customer. So that's basically the game I'm trying to play here. I'm trying to get my website or my listing in that spot. And already I have my website ranking as the first search term. You see Concrete Kingsport, Tennessee, that's my website right here. It's showing above all the other websites down here on the first page. So this means that my website is highly likely to get clicked on by anybody who searches this if they scroll past the Google My Business listings, right? So whenever they see my website, since it's at the top, there's a much higher chance of it getting clicked on and getting that call or getting that lead. And the next thing I just want to show is kind of what my site looks like when the customer clicks on my site. So we look at Concrete Kingsport, Tennessee right here. Let me just click on it real quick. This is what my site looks like. It's got the little banner, it's got the name, and then it's got the number. Then it's got some more info. It's got a lead form. This is where I get my leads from. They send the lead to here, and then it's got some images and just a whole bunch of text. So that's pretty much what happens when somebody clicks on my site. And this site's been generating some leads in the past. A lot of the lead forms, though, they um they call and then they'll probably a lot of times they'll just go to somebody else. So it's hard to always pick up on those as quick. That's why I'm looking for a partnership so I can get somebody these leads like that. You know, I can just instantly send you the leads. So you got somebody on standby, right? Because I'm always working on all these sites and I'm working with all these businesses, so it's hard for me to always contact these business owners. But that's why I'm looking for a partnership so that I can help them or I can help you specifically get more leads. Oh, one note I wanted to say is that the leads from this site and from this site, which is I have generating leads, they're all exclusive. I don't give them out to anybody else. Anything I come, they all go straight back to you. Um, I also I have another website, right? Because obviously you're probably wondering if this is the only website I have now. I have other ones. So like this one, this is a website for roofing in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So we scroll down, my website is, it's the fourth search term. or it's the fourth website in the list, right? It's still getting a lot of clicks. It's still getting a lot of leads. Um, this website looks a little bit different. I'll click on it real quick. This is what this website looks. It looks pretty good. Residential roofing, commercial roofing, nice little contact form. And this website is generating a lot of leads, a lot of business as well. So the concrete Kingsport, Tennessee isn't the only one that I do. I have another one, right? And so now that you know a little bit about how the system works, you know how it's like Monopoly, you know how the whole system revolves around you trying to get as much digital digital real estate or digital properties shown to the potential buyer. That's pretty much how you get the most possible leads. And that's why these people in the Google My Business listings often get the most, or these people like me who have a website sitting at the top get the most too. Also, another thing I wanted to note is that this website, it's constantly improving. It's constantly ranking higher by Google. So eventually, um, my I'll get a listing that'll be in here. And oh, well, let me tell you, once it's in here, those the listings will even go higher than what they are, or the leads will even go higher than what they already are. So that's good. That would be the next step. So I've shown you kind of how it works like Monopoly. But it's also another analogy is also it's like fishing. You know, if you have five fishing rods instead of just one, you're gonna have a higher chance of catching a fish. Of course, it's just basic math and basic logic. But the next thing I want to show is kind of how um I calculate the price. So if we go here, this is a website. It's called What is a Lead Worth? It basically tells you it has a formula built in that'll tell you exactly how much money your leads are worth, how much you should be charging for your service. So in concrete, I know the average ticket product or service is about um 4,000 to 5,000, right? So we'll just say 4,000 on the low end. And I'm sure that I'll be able to generate you at either between 15 and 20 leads a month. I know that sure I've generated you 3 in the past 2 days, even though um they haven't called you because probably they were probably waiting and so they probably contacted in our business. But once again, that's why I'm trying to build a relationship here. I'm not just looking for quick money or anything like that. I'm trying to create a long lasting partnership. That's what I ultimately attempt to do with each one of my clients and each one of my businesses that I work with. I'm trying to develop a long-term relationship, not nothing short. So, for the number of leads sent, I know I'll be able to get you between 15 and 20. Uh, I'll just go somewhere in the middle. I'll go around 17. And if we look at the profit margins and the close rates, the profit margins I know are normally about 25 to 30% for a lot of businesses. So I'll put it at 30%. And the close rate, I know the close rate, some businesses are on the lower side with 15, some businesses are on the higher side with 30%, 35%. So I'll put in the middle at around 30% close rate. So whenever I show you the numbers, just know that this is assuming your close rate, you're only closing 3 out of 10 of the possible leads that you get. That's what it's assuming. So out of 17 leads, this is basically saying that you closed 5 leads, right? So let's look at some of the numbers. With 17 leads a month at 30% profit margin and 30% close rate of an average cost of service of 4,000, you would be generating $20,000 in new total monthly revenue and $6,000 in total monthly profit. To put it in the annual perspective, that would be around 240,000 new dollars in new total monthly revenue and about $72,000 in new new annual yearly profit. And that's just assuming, right? Only assuming you get 17 leads. I know for sure I'm going to get 17, but if that once that number gets higher, because like I said earlier, the website is going to keep increasing in rank over and over. It's going to keep getting better and keep ranking higher. So, and also right now it's the winter. So just know that. And then once it gets to spring, it's gonna be booming. And this number of leads could easily shoot to around 30 leads, and you're generating double the 6,000. You're now generating around 12,000 with double the leads, right? And this is also assuming that your profit margin is 30% and your close rate is 30%. So if you're able to get your close rate up to somewhere around 40, 50%, which is a super, super good close rate, then you're making even more money. So this is very conservative. It's on the low. And I'm sure that this is the bare minimum what you would make. I'm sure of it. So um this monthly profit and this monthly revenue, to put in perspective, it's just the bare bones. I'm sure with my website, and I'm sure with once I get a Google My Business listing, which I don't even have yet. So I'm getting this amount of leads even without a Google My Business listing, which if we make a partnership, um you could help me get that Google My Business listing, which in return would get you more leads. See where I'm going with that? And this total monthly revenue and total monthly profit will shoot even higher. So uh if you're interested in or well, I've kind of showed you a little bit about what a lead's worth, or what the leads that I give you are worth, and I've kind of showed you about exactly how I generate leads, right? Um Now you're probably assuming like what is the total cost? So what I charge is, well, let me start off with this. So there's three main methods of charging. There's commission, there's pay per lead, and there's flat fee. There's commission, pay per lead, and flat fee deals. So you're probably wondering which one did I do? Well, to start off, I will never do commission because there's no skin in the game. Commission is just it's bad. There's nothing I can do to hold you accountable, and commission is just um it's definitely just the worst one in my opinion. Now another one is pay per lead. Um a lot of people like pay per lead, but in my opinion, I don't like pay per lead because what will happen is, let's say that I'm constantly sending you the same number of leads, and like let's say for instance it's 20 leads a month, and you're paying the same price, which is, let's get just a number, $1,000 a month, right? You keep paying $1,000 every single month: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and out of nowhere in August, let's say, because pay per lead causes me to want to increase my website even more, because or get my website ranking even higher, get more leads, get more and more leads, right? So then you're going to have to pay more and more and more. And one month it could just shoot from $1,000 the previous month to $2,500. And now you as a business owner, you're going through each one of those leads, and you're looking at every single nitty-gritty little detail about the lead. You're looking at if it's if it's a suitable lead, the project size, the actual average ticket cost. You're looking at every single detail about that lead because you're paying even more than what it was now. And it just creates a lot of hassle. It creates a lot of back pains and a lot of problems. So I try to stay away from pay per lead, but there are some exceptions. There are some exceptions, but for the most part, I try to stay away from pay per lead. Um, so the last one is flat fee deals, and that's what I attempt to always go for: flat fee deals. The reason being is because even if we come across is coming to the winter, so obviously leads are going to be slower, but when it comes to the spring, the leads are going to be higher than not higher than they were. They're going to be higher than what they are, definitely for sure right now, because the winter is cold, and nobody likes to do concrete in the cold. But uh, like I was saying, it'll go from the winter to the spring, and you'll still pay the same price. But remember how in pay per lead, you would have to pay the same cost from you have to pay the same, but my bad, not the same cost, but in pay per lead, you'd have to pay more. While on flat fee, you'll pay the same cost. So designated cost $1,200. You'll pay the same cost every single month. But in pay per lead, when it goes to the spring, you definitely have to be definitely be ready to be paying more, and it's you don't always know what you're going to be paying for that month, which is a reason that I like flat fee deals because you pay the same thing every month. So now I'm gonna get to the final thing, which is basically what I charge. So these are some of the numbers that it tells me to charge as a monthly flat fee. It tells me that I should be charging around 88 to $120 per lead, and or as a monthly flat fee, I should be charging about $1,500 on the low end. But it also says that your monthly profit from that $1,500 is $4,600, which is basically what would that be? That'd be tripling your investment, right? So, um, what I'm what my cost is for the leads is I charge per week. I don't charge per month. The reason I don't like charging like the whole single fee and at like one day of the month is because then you're gonna have to pay all that money on one day. I like to have it spread out weekly. So, but here, since I'm trying to establish a partnership, what I do is I set a contract for about like 3 months. I set a contract for 2 to 3 months to see if the relationship will work, if the business partnership will be good. So, also that first 3 months, I give like a little discount on what the price is. So you see here it says 15. I should be charging 1,500 for leads. What I actually be charging is $1,200, $1,200 for the leads. So that would be $300 a week. um, that's what I charge to continue giving you leads. And the one great thing I like about it is that this website, I'm constantly working on different ways to get more leads for you, right? So you can still pay the same amount of money, but I'm getting you more leads, which is what will happen. And what I like to do is, since I'm trying to create a partnership, I'm trying to see if this is the right fit for you. I'm trying to see if what I'm going to do is actually going to help you. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not in it for the quick cash. I'm in it for a business partnership. I'm trying to get you where you want to be, and I'm trying to get myself where I want to be. You feel me? So what I'm what I always go for in my contracts is I like to get a Google My Business address from the business owner. So to get your Google My Business listing, I'm sure you know that you have one. You have to get the postcard mailed, but you see, since this is a lead gen website, it doesn't actually have a physical address. But that's why I like to get the physical address from the business owners that I partnership with. So on top of the $300 per week, you're getting the leads, but then you would also be getting a extra Google My Business listing from me that I would work on, that I would improve. So I would be able to set up a Google My Business listing for Concrete Kingsport, Tennessee, the lead gen website that I have created. And let me tell you, the Google My Business listing, when it gets ranked in the top 3 map pack, it will the leads will skyrocket. And that's what I try to do with every single client once I close them. So, I know it says 1,500, but it would be $1,200 a month or $300 a week. And on top of this money, it would stay the same for either 2 to 3 months, depending on the contract length. And then afterward, we'd see if it was a good fit. If not, we would end the partnership. And if it was a good fit, we would go for a longer contract. So, um, if you're interested in getting more of the leads, if you're interested in me creating a second Google My Business profile for you, um, and if you just want to create a long lasting partnership, then just let me know. And once again, it would be $300 a week or $1,200 a month. That's what I charge. Um, and if you want to develop a long lasting partnership, just call me back and let me know your response. Thank you.